Good morning. Ian and I are here at the Bear Lake Trailhead inside Rocky Mountain National Park. And today we're going to go for Hallett Peak. And it's a pretty solid hike. I think we're looking at a little over 5 miles out and over a 3,200 foot elevation gain. Official start time, 5:10. We're getting a nice early start today. Ian is the mastermind behind the YouTube channel Ginger Gypsies. If you want to go check it out. He's done a lot of cool hikes. He did Hagues Peak from the Long Lake Trailhead. That's a super hard hike. We've made it up to the Dream Lake Overlook. We've been hiking for just under 50 minutes. And I think we've come up nearly 1,000 vertical feet. Beautiful views. And it's a nice day other than that wind. I think we're going to get smashed up on the top. We've made it up to about 10,550 and we're starting to get lots of snow. This is just going to get exponentially worse the higher we go. Plus that wind is whipping. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough hike. Ooh, We've broken through the trees for the most part, and hopefully that's the only rotten snow we're gonna get. We're gonna keep switchbacking it up right up this east slope of Flattop, and it's looking pretty clear up there. That's good. Now, if the wind would just stop. And this is looking more to the north. Got Mount Woola right there. And I can see Mummy, Hagues, Fairchild, Ypsilon, and Chiquita in the background. We're at up over 11,000 vertical feet. So we've knocked out roughly half of the gain. But my God, we're starting to get smashed with the wind. It's brutal. I'm gonna say it right now, guys. I'm starting to have my doubts. This is gonna be a tough hike to complete with this snow and the wind. Ooh. Yeah, because there's no cover once we break through the trees. Absolutely no cover. Look at this crap. We're getting up there, guys. We got that beautiful blue sky today. I'm loving it. And that's gonna be the summit way out there. You can finally see it right there. Wow, it looks far away. And we made it up to the Emerald Lake viewpoint. And my goodness, we got up here fast. I couldn't believe it when I saw the sign. We've only been hiking for an hour and 35 minutes, and we have come up nearly 2,000 vertical feet. I think we're just under 11.4 right now. Oh my goodness, we're knocking this out. This might be my PB. We've made it up to the good part, but man, the wind is getting extremely bad. I'm really having doubts now. Because it's like smashing us right in the face, making hiking up this incline even harder. All right, we just stopped for a quick little 3-minute equipment adjustment break, and I busted out the stocking cap, sunglasses, gloves, and windbreaker. Yep, got to get ready for this wind. And already I feel much more comfortable. It really does pay off to have the correct gear. We've been hiking for about 2 hours and 10 minutes and the wind has died down, which is super pleasant. I don't know the better word, but it's really nice. And then right out here, that's Hallett Peak up in the clouds. And we're just under the hitch rack. It's right there. We're at probably just over 12,000 vertical feet. So yeah, we've knocked out roughly 2,600 already. My goodness. Yeah, I'm glad to be up to this point right now. We've been out here hiking for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we're just under the Flattop mountain summit. It's right up here. But this is always where the snow starts. And it's a little chilly up here right now. I mean, my fingers are totally numb. I can barely even feel this camera. And this is surprisingly easy right now. Not too bad at all. Spikes are not necessary. All right, guys, that took us 2.5 hours to get up here to the summit of Flattop Mountain. Yes. I think we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break and then get ready to go over and knock out Hallett. Yeah, if we've made it this far, we're getting Hallett. We're gonna take it up the trail for a second and look for a nice rock to sit behind. Try and get out of this wind. We took a nice little 5-minute break under the rock, and we're hoping that the clouds blow off the top of Hallett. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of chilly up there. Taking it over to Hallett Peak, and this looks much worse than it is. Like, if you could make it up to Flattop and you're not completely gassed, I would go for it. It's really not that far. And halfway over to Hallett Peak, you come across this little overlook that looks down into the Tyndall Gorge. Wow, that's savage looking down there. And then this is what we've got left. We've almost made it to the top, like maybe 300 feet out to it. Not 300 feet up, but 300 feet out. All right, guys, it took us 3 hours and 15 minutes to get up here, but this is gonna be the summit of Hallett Peak. Yes. And we got recognized up here on the summit. Shout out to Jeff, Ryan, and Kevin. They're here on vacation. And good luck. I hope you make it up to Taylor Peak. And Ian has the coolest pair of sunglasses of any hiker that I know. The Pit Vipers. I feel like getting some, but I don't want to look like a copycat. This is looking back to the west. And that's going to be Snowdrift Peak, way out there. And then you got the Never Summers behind it. And then this is looking down the Continental Divide. Way out there on the end, that's going to be the summit of Mount Ida sticking up. And these are some of the views from the summit of Hallett Peak. This is an awesome summit. Epic views from the top. You can see so many peaks from up here. I mean, this is like in the heart of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And this is looking more to the southwest. It's going to be Grand Lake. And you can see a bunch of those big mountains down there by I-70. All those 13ers and 14ers. And this is as good as it gets up here. It's a little breezy, but this isn't bad. All right, guys. It's about 9:30 right now. We've been sitting up here on the summit of Hallett Peak for about 50 minutes, but the wind is picking up, so it is time to go. It's time to head on back. All right, let's do it. Let's take it on back. And where'd the trail go? Oh, beautiful day to do Hallett Peak. I was really worried when we were down there and that wind was killing us. And where'd the trail go? And we're just now coming back up and over the top of Flattop Mountain. And that took us just under 30 minutes from leaving the summit of Hallett Peak. Yeah, this thing is all downhill. Should be 100% downhill all the way back down to the Bear Lake Trailhead, which I am a fan of. And you get some epic views of Hallett Peak as you're coming up Flattop. Wow, beautiful mountain. One of my top 5 favorites in Rocky Mountain National Park. It started off real windy this morning and it had me worried. I didn't know if we were gonna make it to the summit, but it has gotten much, much better. It's actually turned into a beautiful day up here. Really doesn't get much better than this. Yeah, this snow is getting real soft up here. I've done a few major post holes. And Ian is talking about, oh, there he goes. For a second. And this is where you want to walk like a penguin. You want to kind of lean over like a penguin. You're like, wasn't that an 80s song, Walk Like a Penguin? No, you got that confused. Walk like an Egyptian. Yeah, we almost just walked up on a marmot just now. We got 2 of them right up here on the trail. Yeah, he was like 5 feet away. Just sitting there in the middle of the trail. Let's see if we can get a shot of him. Oh, he's going under his little rock. On the way up this morning, we were getting hammered with the wind through here. It was bad. But it seems like as soon as we stopped and geared up, the wind started dying down. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm glad it did. It's just funny how that works, though. It's just now 11:20, so we've been coming down for an hour and 50 minutes, and we've made it back down to the Dream Lake Overlook. And I cannot get over how beautiful of a day it is. Man, it just turned perfect out here. All right, guys. Made it back down here to the final trail split. Looking at 4/10 of a mile back down to the Bear Lake Trailhead. And I like the sound of that. Yeah, what a great hike today. And I cannot believe how the weather turned. It was atrocious this morning. I was like, we're not going to be getting up there. And then everything just got better. And we got up there. It's just now 12 o'clock. And we've basically made it back down to Bear Lake. So yeah, we're pretty much done. Great little hike. You cannot go wrong with Hallett Peak. Like I said, it's one of the best summits in Rocky Mountain National Park. And we made it back down to Bear Lake. And that's looking way up at the eastern side of Hallett Peak. That's not even the summit. I can't believe we were way up there just like a few hours ago. Crazy. And like Ian was just saying, looks like we've got some weather rolling in this afternoon. Man, we timed that hike perfectly. And this Bear Lake Trailhead is popping. We got people everywhere. But then again, I mean, we're talking the third day of summer and the mountains are just now starting to open up. And we're back. It's just now 12:05. Something's going on up here. But that took us 2 hours and 35 minutes to come down. Looking at 315 up, 235 down. And that's going to be 5.1 miles in each direction with over a 3,200 foot elevation gain. So that's a serious hike. Well, we hope you enjoyed that hike. And until the next one, y'all, peace.